Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and this is the Jakks Pacific 4-inch Egg Robo. This box is falling apart, so I have to be like very careful with it. Personally, I don't really care about doing an unboxing video for this figure in particular, because it's Egg Robo. Who really cares that much, to be completely honest? However, this character, or this figure I should say, is a little bit special to me, mainly because this is the last figure I need to unbox to complete my Modern Sonic set, at least for every character. I don't have every figure because I don't care that much, but having every character finally unboxed on the shelf, this is the last one we need to do, and this is one I actually held on to for a while, actually. Now we're going to unbox this, which is going to be very easy because the box is already falling apart, but we're going to compare it to an Egg Robo that we got from Jazwares, as well as a few other figures I have over here. Now let me know in the comments, when you think of Egg Robo, what's the first game you think of? Because for some reason, Egg Robo is in the Modern Sonic setup. I don't think of Modern Sonic when I think of Egg Robo. I think of Classic. Some of you, when it comes to Modern, would probably think Sonic Generations, especially if you're young, and that's completely fair. Some might think Sonic 3 because that was probably his first appearance, which again, that's fine. That's also good. But I'm a man of culture. When I think of Egg Robo, the first game I think of is Sonic R. That's how I first discovered Egg Robo. Did I ever play as him? God no, he was a terrible racer. However, he's there. So when Jazwares came up with their Sonic Generations lineup of figures, it came with a classic Eggman and 2 Egg Robos, because he's a classic character. Now, that was the only way to get classic Eggman, so of course I had to buy it, and I was happy regardless because I knew Egg Robo. I got excited that we were getting Egg Robo figures. He fell, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So yeah, I got 2 of these Egg Robo figures that has a hard time standing up for the life of them, but I gave one to a friend because he liked Egg Robo too, and at the time, Jakks Pacific didn't come out with these figures yet, so I gave him one. But now, Jakks Pacific makes both a 4-inch as well as a 2.5-inch one. Is the 2.5-inch one under the classic or modern layout? I have no idea. I shouldn't care that much, but it bothers me. But anyway, here he is, and then delicately, carefully, opening up to the other side, we get him with 13 points of articulation, see how everything moves, and this is the wave that he mostly comes in. However, I did find this in the wild multiple times at a store called Miniso. And then when I decided, you know what, I'm going to start collecting these figures, I went back to that store. They didn't have a single one. Of course. But then this little thing says how his Egg Robo comes with a blaster, as well as a little bio saying that Egg Robo is an egg-shaped robot and is one of the most powerful Badniks. I mean, I guess that's right. But when I think of a Badnik that's actually powerful, it's the biggest one I think of is the one that looks like Snivy from Pokemon that just throws blades and just gets you every time. I hate that guy. Or some other one that just stop you in your tracks, no matter how hard you try to avoid them. I don't think an Egg Robo being the worst. With those guys, they're awful. Ugh. But anyway, let's unbox this guy. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We unboxed it. Nothing tying him down, I think. Did I just pop off his hand? Oh my god. Guys, you're not having a good time. I don't even know where his hand went. Oh, there it is. Thankfully, that's just a ball socket. We could just pop that right back on, can't we? There we go. Now we can throw away the box finally. And here is Egg Robo. Here's a closer look at him. He is very hollow. Oh my goodness. You can turn the head, which is really nice, but then you can really feel how hollow this figure is. But I think that's mainly due to the fact that like they want to make sure like he can stand up on his own for the most part, which he does thankfully, so that's a good job on that. Motorcycle. I get it's spring. I know, I want to be outside too. But please don't be loud. Now he's just taunting me. But this figure in particular is well articulated because the Jazwares one barely is because he's just an accessory to the main figure you really want. But this one's like, hey, I'm a full figure. I know you want to play with me. It looks like the legs are supposed to move because there's a hinge right here. But man, they are really stuck and I don't want to break it. So we're just not going to worry about it. The knees can move, I think. Yeah, there's a hinge there. They can move. But hey, look at that paint on the bottom. That looks really sick. Too bad other characters didn't get that much love. But look at this blaster. This blaster has a little bit of paint on it. That looks really nice. Look at that. It's not just two-tone. But like, I like the little like extra details they added to his head. Like, look at that. Like that sure is Egg Robo. When I think of Egg Robo, I think of, you know, like pixel art or I guess polygons because I think of Sonic R. Point is, this is the best looking Egg Robo I've ever seen. I'm not even sure if the ones in Generations look this good. Maybe they do, I don't know. But Egg Robo here is supposed to hold his blaster. Can he hold his blaster? I think he can. You gotta really work it in there, don't you? Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Now then it becomes top heavy. For some reason his jetpack can rotate. I don't know why that is. But okay. But there he is. He's flying around. Pew pew. I kind of want to rotate him now. He even has hinges on his ankles. I didn't think about that. That's neat. I'm trying to bend your knees. Oh yeah. That needs a lot of tension to bend those. Oh goodness. But yeah, I think of him flying and then doing pew pew at Sonic as he's running around in Sonic Generations and Sky Sanctuary Zone. Pew pew. Trying to throw you off and make you angry and have you swear at him. I'm pretty sure. At least I do as an adult. Let's get him back to a normal standing pose, because let's compare him to a few other figures. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video, but I wanted to give you guys a quick reminder that Figgies is going to be launching here in June. Now, if you don't know what Figgies are, these are little pop magnet collectibles made by the guys over at First 4 Figures. They're best known for their resin as well as their PVC statues, and they look phenomenal. But now these guys are much more affordable, being at $15 a piece, or you could buy a whole wave for a reduced price. Not only are they cute with their little chibi pixelated design, but they also have two little magnets on their backs, and you get a little backdrop, whether it be a themed one or a classic one. And they come with a little plastic base. You can set it up on your desk or your shelf, or if you want to hang it up on a wall, it comes with a little 3M magnetic sticker in there as well. And they do other franchises like video game characters like Banjo-Kazooie or Castlevania, or some anime favorites like Free Ren or Yu-Gi-Oh! Being one of my personal favorites. A link will be in the description as well as the comments section, so if you want to sign up for these, you can get 24-hour early access as well as save 5%, and it also helps me out a little bit. And if you get lucky, you may end up finding a Chase metal card as well, based on whatever themed character that you got. But I love pairing these side by side, especially if they're villains or rivals, so you can have them look at each other. So sign up for Figgies, link will be down below, and now back to the video. Now here he is next to a Jazwares one. Now the Jazwares one has some pupils for some reason. Is he supposed to have that? I have no idea. I don't think so. But this one definitely has a lot more paint to it, so I feel like this one's definitely the better version in comparison to Jazwares. But Jazwares ones does have a few extra details on the arms that do look really good, and I really like those. Because both of these figures, I'm pretty confident, are inspired by the Generations renders. And there are a few more details like on the head as well that are on the Jazwares one and not on the Jakks Pacific. I don't think one... No, the Jakks Pacific one is definitely better, but I wouldn't like throw this one away. Like they're both good to me. These both make me happy. Now apparently, since according to Jakks Pacific, this is a modern character, here he is next to a modern Eggman, because that makes sense, right? yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't get it either. But anyway, the biggest reason we unbox this is because this is the final character we need to unbox to finish up the Modern Sonic display. So as of this recording, this is, what, April 18th, 2025. This is every character in the Modern Sonic set. So if they ever release more, I'll try to keep up with it, but it's wild to think that this is the last one we need. We are done. Technically, I've collected a few of these figures over the years. Like, I've had the Omega, I've had Chaos and Mephiles and who other characters for a couple of years now. But it wasn't until the triple pack came out for the Werehog Super Sonic as well as the Soap Shoe Sonic is when I finally decided, you know what, I'm already like this many characters in. Let's finally finish it. Let's complete it. So, now that we've finally unboxed this Egg Robo, we're done. And it's so wild to think, because if it wasn't for my friends as well as some of my viewers hooking me up with some of these figures, I wouldn't have gotten this done. So I have a lot of people to thank for this. So thank you everyone for helping me get this far and finally finish it. I didn't think I was going to collect these. I was always tempted for a while because I never had room. And now I finally made room and I said, you know what? we're finishing it. We're done. And I'm so happy with how quickly I got it done too. Because it bothered me that I didn't have a complete collection now that I finally wanted them. But wow, how crazy is that? But anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's going to be my link tree for my social media if you want to follow me on any of those. But now that that's done, I'm finally doing a new room tour. Because I wanted to wait until my Modern Sonic set for Jakks Pacific was finally done. Because then I could have them all displayed and there's no gaps. But now that's finally done, I'm going to do a room tour. And I'm so excited because I've been wanting to do a new room tour for a while. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace.